Going live. There we go. Okay, I was talking to myself as you saw there in the very beginning. I didn't hit the go live button last time I did this. I just hit stream and it went live automatically. Probably because I scheduled it this time. But what I was just in the middle of saying is I'm going to be doing a video on this coming up soon. It's a phone that has a custom Android operating system that's focused on privacy. If somebody in the chat can let me know, make sure my audio and all that is working fine, that would be absolutely awesome. Hello, Robert. Nice to see you. Another thing I was talking about to myself for the last couple minutes was this behind me here. The terrarium is, well, it's going to be a terrarium. It was a fish tank for a while in the background of a lot of my videos. And I'm going to be turning it into a bioactive terrarium. And one thing I did in a previous video was ask people to guess what's going to be in there. The closest answer was a lizard, which is technically correct, but specifically what's going to go into this tank is a bearded dragon. So I'm super excited about that. There's going to be isopods and other insects in there as well. So it's going to be really fun to get set up. Hello, pizza-loving nerd. It's great to see you. Yeah. Another thing, I have water here, but I'm trying this out today. It's a beverage. It's a Black Raven. Kitty Cat Blues. It's a blueberry pale ale, so that's going to be fun to go ahead and try out. And the main purpose of this, other than all those updates I just gave you, is to play City Skylines. Currently the game I am addicted to and that I've been having a lot of fun with, but before here, switch over to this screen here. Before like a couple hours ago, I went ahead and I left the game. I put on fast forward to hopefully get enough money so I could actually do some cool things. And I came back and apparently a meteor took out my entire power grid while I wasn't paying attention, and most of my city was vacated, so I was like negative $1.2 million. And I couldn't build anything to get that up, so I had to be really strategic. But luckily, I went the reverse way, and you can see I'm at 1.2 million. But as soon as I got everything going good, we have a tsunami coming in. So this is going to be interesting to take care of, as you can see. Off to a very good start today. The point of this is to build a university, which over here I got some things put together on a dirt road just so we can kind of have a little bit of stuff going on, make sure that I at least start the process of getting all this up. But by the looks of it, that's not really going to matter initially because I'm going to have to deal with this. So that's kind of how we're starting off today. I'm going to get the chat over here. Hello. Okay. So we have 12 people here. Thank you all for watching. So I basically I'm going to fast forward this to hopefully see the damage that this is going to cause, which it looks like to be pretty dramatic so far. Oh no. Can you make your own country in this game? Kinda. You're running a, oh no. You're running a city, and like me, I'll give you guys kind of a tour even though half the thing is in the process of being destroyed. This was the initial stretch that I made just to get enough money and population that I could start building other structures. Oh no, is it gonna reach all the way over here? Oh, no. Okay. So that's why this on-ramp and off-ramp is kind of funky. Build a seawall. Yeah, I know. I got a meteor like 2 hours before I started, which made me, see, look at the money right now, negative 40K a week. Uh-oh. God. I never had two so fast. Yeah, it was Pretty dramatic. So basically, instead of building a university like the title says, the point of this, okay, so the water's starting to retreat a bit. The purpose of this is going to be to try to fix all this damage here. Um, but yeah, this game's pretty cool, except for I actually paid for this, the expansion, there we go. Expansion pack that adds these natural disasters, and it's so far it's like a little cooler. It's cool, but overall it really slows me down a bit. And now I'm gonna have to go figure out if my power is all together and all that. Most of this is gone, so we're starting off on a very good foot here. So main thing is we can't have them lose power, so that's still intact, those are still intact, and that's close enough that that's good. That's connected enough, and I have the windmills there. So none of my actual the power wasn't damaged as bad as the meteor, which the meteor sucked because, like I said, I just hit fast forward, I went and did something else. I came back and I was like negative 500,000 trying to turn it around. Are you in uni? Wait. I'm not sure what uni TC is, I'm sorry. And another extension pack I have, or expansion pack I have, is the Green Cities one, where a lot of this stuff is, you can set certain zones to have like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'll go over here. This is one of the buildings. They're a high density residential building, and they are self-sufficient. And they look pretty cool. Like if I zoom into one of these that's not completely destroyed, you can see greenery going on it and all that. And me personally, yes, I am in university. I'm just starting. I just transferred from a community college to a university that is in the town I moved to. So, yeah. It's all broken over here, little tiny buildings. So when this happens, you have to go through and kind of, oh my god, you have to clear out all the damaged buildings. So that's what I'm going to do. So while I do this, I'm going to be paying pretty close attention to the chat, because this is kind of mind-numbing work that I did not expect as soon as I hit the stream button here. Dun, dun, dun. Right now it looks like my major is going to be in geosciences. For the longest time I was debating between urban planning, urban and regional planning, and geography. And I decided to go with geography, and as soon as I decided that, my school went ahead and merged my, the geography and geology into a single geosciences degree. So that's probably what I'm going to end up getting. And I'm probably going to get a certificate in GIS, which is cool, but if I end up not doing that, I'm probably going to do the minor in urban planning. But GIS would be a pretty good thing to have. Okay, so my money's back in the plus, so even though half of everything is ruined, I'm still in the positive, which is good. But yeah, geosciences is what I'm going for, and I'm going to get a certificate in geographic information systems. Clear up all this mess. I'm sorry, I expected coming in here to go ahead and build university. Yeah, because you don't actually build the buildings or pick what's built. What you do is go ahead and select the zoning. And when you select the zoning, the people automatically go and build buildings within those zoning ordinance that you go ahead and put forward. So like these yellow ones are industrial, the thick green ones are high density residential, the light green is low density residential, the light blue is low density commercial, and then the I don't know if I have any high density commercial. That wasn't at least destroyed. Yeah, right. Okay, so let's clean this up here. No, we don't want that. We don't need to bulldoze all this because I'm going to keep this the same. You can see down there, I don't want to destroy these buildings or clean up this mess too quick because like right now I have a demand for commercial. So I'll go over here, and I know some of these zones are commercial. So I'll go back into my zoning and figure out which ones are, which is all this blue right here. So I'm going to go ahead and clean all this up since there's technically a demand for it. Dun, dun, dun. Make sure I don't break any roads. That's the one thing, that when the meteor hit and I had no money to build roads, I accidentally destroyed an freeway intersection, so that really slowed things down earlier. City story, yeah, it's kind of similar. This game's super cool though because you can have different mods. I don't have any mods installed, but there's extension packs that you could do. So like one of the extension packs allows me to, oh, it broke. No. I'll go ahead and rebuild it. It's the fishery. I have the fishing harbor, and other fishing harbors, fish farms, salmon fishing harbor. But I'm gonna keep this fishing harbor here. But I gotta destroy these buildings first. Oh no. Okay, so, or clean up these buildings technically. Oh man, I just jumped right into a mess. Okay, we'll have them go out like, shoreline is occupied. I don't want to be facing this thing too hard. Let me put it, there we go. Yeah, and I'll just connect that road for now, and I'll clean it up later. So to build the roads, we just go like this. And then I'm going to have a little bit of curvature to this, so it cuts in. Yeah, that's dramatic. That doesn't look good, but it's okay. Yeah, right. And this game is it's like $30, but I found a not a coupon code. I found it discounted on some other website, and it worked. So that's all good. It wasn't too bad. I bought all the extension packs through Steam, but the actual game I got discounted. Okay. Sucks. I really wanted to spend this time building a university, but now since half my residential buildings were destroyed, my university population is probably so low. Oh man, this destroyed like the fire stations, it destroyed everything. Right once I got everything ready and paused the game, I looked over and I noticed a tsunami was coming. So that's fun. Look, a lone survivor. And it's cool too because you could do, even within the zoning, you could have certain areas. So if I go over here to the districts and areas, I have Spring Square, Glade Park, Thornton District, Cedar Square, and, oh, here's my academic report. Yep, 14 students gone. That makes sense. Different areas, you could have different specialties. Like I'm pretty sure this one, if all the buildings weren't destroyed, you would see logging stuff. Burn those houses down. Well, I don't know. Looks like ash from a fire. Yeah, they're technically collapsed buildings, but it does look like ash. So let's clean this up because this is our logging district. And we want this to start coming back. And you got to be careful too because I need to make sure that these are close enough to buildings that they get power. Because in addition, we have our electrical grid here that we can see. So everything's still connected, which is good. It all generally stayed intact. I'm getting a lot of sewage issues, so what we're going to do, sewage treatment is in the red, so we're going to go ahead and build a water treatment plant. And it was probably one of the things that was destroyed. So we'll just go ahead and put it, well, we can put it kind of off to the side here. So we'll put it right over here, and then let's go ahead and connect this up to our system. So clicking over here, connect it, and then our sewage treatment should go up. There we go. Oh, is that not a good idea? Oh! That was the wrong thing. Oh no. Okay, let's do that. Let's try that again. It just flooded. This is what I wanted, the inland water treatment plant. Holy camole. Okay. Building must be roadside. Okay, let's put it right there. I can't believe I just flooded part of it with sewage. This is not going to plan. There we go. Okay, so now they should all be a little bit happier. Oh man, look at that. Look at the chaos, the destruction. Oh man. We're gonna have to clear all this up. But before this happened, and what I was gonna do is kind of show you all the plans, because some things don't look right, like this doesn't look right. This was the original section of the town, and what I'm gonna do eventually is tear down like this half of it and have the freeway go up and connect into this, and most of this is going to be the industrial area, and I'll move this into a residential, so that freeway would go up that way. This part of the freeway will go over here and cut around, and then this freeway, you can see it, I have it cutting over some of these major roads, and some on-ramps, off-ramps, and before I just had it connecting in like intersections, and that started giving some major traffic issues. So I went ahead and fixed that up. So let's get back, oops, sorry guys. Let's get back to cleaning, I guess. So let's just clean this up real quick. Ooh, hi Michael. Or Mitchell, I'm sorry. I know, I'm just clearing it all out. And they've got, like, the townspeople in this town are probably absolutely devastated, because not, like, even based on the time of the game, it was not even a couple months that they went from an asteroid destroying the power grid to a tsunami destroying probably 60% of the entire town. Again, thank you for the super chat, Mitchell. I think that was probably the very first super chat I've ever gotten, so thank you for that. Okay, so still cleaning, still cleaning. Dun, dun. Getting a little better. We can see down here we still have high demand for commercial buildings, so I would usually just build commercial buildings, but instead we're having to find out where some have been destroyed. And what we could actually do, yeah, first super chat, so thank you much. Let's turn one of these districts into a storefront district. Maybe this right here would be a good one. So to do something like this, we just go ahead and de-zone all of this, so then they will start taking down buildings, which, if this was real life, it would be very irritating for a government to do this. But so they'll start taking down buildings, we clear up the rubble, just destroy the other buildings, and now what we can do is go ahead and go to the high density commercial zone, get rid of that one, and then go ahead and put some chill music. Actually, no, I agree with you. Let's here, can my thing, sorry, the screen's gonna freeze for a minute. I'm trying to make sure. There we go. Let's lower my desktop. Okay, here, let's go ahead and switch the scene to the full desktop so you guys can see everything that's going on here. If I go over here, let's go YouTube. What are you thinking, Pizza? Some lo-fi? Is it lo-fi? This one. Dun-dun-dun. Beats. Lo-fi cafe. 1 a.m. study session. This is the only thing. I'm not sure if these are copyright free though, so let's do lo-fi copyright free. Because with my luck, this will get taken down in 2 seconds. Okay. Let's see. No copyright. You gotta trust them. You gotta trust them. So, you all need to kind of help me out here to figure out the right volume. So let's bump up desktop audio. see if that's it. And then I'll lower it for myself. There we go. So that shouldn't be too loud. Okay, so let's go to, now if it is too loud, just let me know in chat. If it's too quiet, let me know. Let's go back over to the game. There we go. There we go, perfect, thank you. Alright, so back to basically clearing crap up. We wanted, so now there's a big demand for residential, but we'll finish doing what we were doing. Let's do all this as the high density commercial zone here. And now since there is a, oh, that's weird. So let's go ahead and start clearing up these buildings again. And it sucks because I forgot what some of these were, so I'm gonna have to replace like hospitals and things like that just to make sure everybody's happy. So this section will be the next to be replaced, and they're building quick. You can tell that there's a really high demand for certain types of structures when as soon as you tear things down they start building it right up. But what I'm going to do is, just to make sure we're good, we're going to put a giant medical facility let's go like right here, because that will clear up some of those buildings too that have been destroyed. Let's do a elder care over here, because if we zoom out we could see the other buildings that are like this, and there are none. So we're going to have to put an elder care. Let's put that right there. And then let's do the one so we can have the child care center. So this will increase our how quickly our population grows. So right there. And now we need to make sure we have the proper fire stations, since those are probably destroyed too. And let's go ahead and add the police headquarters, probably over here. So that's probably good. Yeah, I saw that guy who built that. I've been watching one guy. I found him through, because one of the things I want to minor in is city planning or urban planning for college. So I was looking up a bunch of videos and I found a guy who does City Planner Plays, I think is what the series is called, and he was playing this, and that's kind of how I discovered it. So it's a lot of fun, in my opinion. Clean up, and we can see the demand for this stuff is going up too. So we'll go ahead and clean this up. I want to try to keep the demand level while I do all this cleanup stuff, and then we'll go ahead and actually look at the city once most of it's looking a lot better. And when all this is cleaned up, it should raise the property values, and the tax rates, well, the amount I get for taxes will greatly improve. Dun, dun. Again, I've never had music in the background, so please do tell me if the music is too loud, too quiet, whatever. And like I said, I am trying out, this is going to be my first sip of this. I showed you guys at the very start, it's a Blueberry Pale Ale by Kitty Cat Blues Black Raven. So, let's see how good this is. I'm not usually a fan of things that aren't. Like a seltzer. Oh, that's pretty good. You do taste the blueberry. And it's not as strong as you'd think it is. Or as you'd assume it to be. Thank you for letting me know the music is good. I hope on everything it's not copyrighted. With, like I said, with my luck it probably is. The thing says copyright free, but you never know. People can, you can say that in the title and it not be true. But hopefully my annoying voice covers it up enough. Oh yeah, one thing. I uploaded a video today on a cool little program called Retro. It's like a retro terminal. Super cool little application. It's like, I would almost recommend having it on almost any system. Hey, we have 7 new students. That's good. The attractiveness went down. I have not played Unknown Horizons. I have not. I have not. Boss middle. See, that would be cool. I played Zero AD, and I love that game because it reminds me a lot of Empire Earth 2, which is a game I used to play a long time ago when I was in like middle school. I'd play Empire Earth 2, and that game is awesome. But I would like to try that out, the Foss Medieval Builder. I'm going to be doing a video soon where it's like, because people really like top 10 videos, so one that's going to be coming up that I'm going to be doing is the kind of like a top 10 or top however many is worth putting on the list for the Foss games, because there's actually a good amount out there. When I say Foss, I mean like Foss as in it's available natively in like the Ubuntu repositories, those type of games. So that's going to be a really fun project I'm going to be working on soon. What was here? I think this was like a big university, or not a university, one of the schnazzy high schools. So I think it was this. So we'll put that back there. There we go, that made everybody happy. So we almost have our city repaired. We have this area completely repaired, this area completely repaired. We got some vacancies, but that's not too bad compared to what we were looking at when we started the stream. So let's go ahead and finish clearing up this area, and then we might be able to get to what we were actually planning on doing, or what I was planning on doing when I scheduled this stream, and that was to go over here and work on this university area, because that was the whole point of this. But as you can see, the project was stalled as the university students get a dirt road and no organization. You're welcome. I love it when my content actually helps people. A lot of it's generally like for entertainment stuff, but the stuff that's like actual guides and tutorials, I put a lot of work into, and I do appreciate it when people it helps people out. It's nice. Dun, dun, dun. So we're almost all cleaned up. That really sucked. Right once I paused it, and I was like, okay, I think everything's finally ready. After cleaning up, I saw the water coming up. I was like, oh no. Okay, so boom. Okay, make sure there's nothing hiding back here. We're good, and it's cool because down here I have those looking beautiful. At least this section of the city. So we'll zoom out here. I'll try to kind of get back to the default view, which I kind of lost. Like right there is kind of default. But yeah. Okay. And for districts like this Thornton district here, if I go over here, you can see it has that little green thing. So all these buildings are self-sustaining. So that's really nice. So let's clear this up. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Oh, my park was destroyed. No. That was so hard to get in there. Here, let's try to do it. Let's try to see if I can get that perfect. Because that park completed it. It was... What park was it? It was the big one this is it. So let's see if I can get this back in there. How it was. Must be placed along a roadside. I don't think it's gonna... Oh! Oh, that's almost exactly how it was too. I just need to do some connections for the pathways. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. So let's go ahead and clear this stuff up. And I think there's a police station in here, but I'm not 100% sure. My fiance got home, so don't be surprised if you hear a child in the background. Just a heads up. Open Spades, Mari, O with the 0, T-World, Super Tux Kart. Yeah, those are good. Super Tux Kart is cool. There's another Super Tux game that's kind of like a Super Mario Bros. Style, and that one's pretty fun too. Definitely worth checking out. Okay, so we're almost all cleaned up. I got some vacancies. We got some sewage issues down here now, so let's go ahead and fix that. So if I go over to the water, sewage treatment is not looking too hot. So let's build another one of these inland water treatment facilities. And let's go ahead and destroy a couple buildings to place it. Oh, it's outside city limits. We'll place it right here. Let's do 2 of them so I don't have to worry about it later. That's one thing. When I destroyed the town, well, when the town got destroyed with a meteor, I had to go through and I had to delete a lot of buildings like this, just so my money would go from the negative to the positive. So that was super fun. A lot of these are ending up being vacant. I kind of expected that. Okay, I think the town's pretty cleaned up, so we might actually be able to go do what we wanted to do, which was to develop this like peninsula that's sticking out here. Sewage treatment red. Basically what happens is, like, over here you see this little thing for the vacant building sign. We get that, but it's a sewage symbol, and if you leave the sewage not processing enough for too long, it causes people to like leave the homes and the homes go vacant, and if that happens, then your population starts to drop and ultimately it's no good. And that's kind of what happened with that asteroid, because my electrical system got hit when I wasn't paying attention and it was on fast forward. So since there was no power, all the homes, well, most of the homes went vacant, and then I was completely in the red because you still have to pay for services and public buildings and roads and everything like that. And if there's nobody paying taxes, but you're still having to pay for the infrastructure, you're going to go in the red really quick. Okay. So, I think we're all cleaned up now. Moderately. So what we're going to do now is what the original purpose of this video was going to be, and that is to build out this university area. I have some of the buildings here that I could have. If I go to campus info, it's currently an unrecognized campus, so I don't have access to all the buildings that we're going to want. You can see my expenses are incredibly high versus my tuition fees. So I'm definitely in the red when it comes to this. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it more beautiful. We're going to build housing around here so more students can go to it. But first things first, this is going to be the main drive, the main road for the campus. And it's eventually going to connect up to this freeway here, somewhere over here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this come up and around, go to this island and come around and connect into here. So that's generally what my plan's going to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this dirt road so everybody has access to that. Oh, garbage is piling up. So what we need to do is build a couple incinerators. I'm going to build it in this area over here, just so to kind of deal with that temporarily. And same thing, if you have too much garbage piling up, the people just start to vacate, and that's probably happening because a lot of these were destroyed, which isn't good. So let's build a couple landfills over here. They didn't like it too much, but they'll get over it. And make sure this landfill's operating. So it is. Alright, so garbage should be okay for a little bit. Let's see. Oh no. Okay, so what we're going to do is go to the larger roads, and we're going to get the 4-lane with trees, and we're going to pause it real quick because I'm actually going to destroy part of this road and just reconnect it. So we'll destroy this, and then we're going to get this 4-lane with trees, make sure we're on our curves, because we're going to try to make this look relatively good. So let's curve it that way. And we have an old asteroid crater there, but we're going to go ahead and keep it just for aesthetics. See that? That's kind of cool. So we'll loop around here, and this is where the freeway intersection is going to be eventually. But what we'll go ahead and do is just loop around this entire island, well, peninsula, just like so. See, that doesn't look too good, so we're gonna tear this up and redo that part. So let's go ahead. There we go. Yeah, it's still not perfect, but a little better. So come around town. And that doesn't look good either, so I'm going to delete this part. And we'll come back to this in a little bit. So what I'm going to do real quick is just link our dirt road up to it so we can go ahead and hit play. We're going to go ahead with a regular road. Just a simple, oh, I'm still in curvature. So let's do a simple link up here, just like that. Hit play. And then we'll soon have our university campus, and there's a lot of issues going on down here. Not enough buyers for products, not enough workers. Yeah, that's cool. You can see everybody flooding out. So, some traffic congestion over there. But first things first, what we're going to do is go ahead kind of make a thing that cuts out here. So our main building here, the administration building, will be on the main road. So, and we'll do a one-way street. So let's go ahead and go to the pretty one-way here, and we'll go ahead and go out to about here. Going to do a curvature, so a good 90-degree angle, and then we're going to curve out and up, and then curve back down and in. So just like that. Here we go. So let's go ahead and, what is this here? This is the School of Law. So first what we're going to do is go ahead and move this building right here. Alright. I think the music stopped. It's still going. I think it just got a little quiet. Here, I'll go ahead and fix this real quick. There we go. That might be a little better. If it's too loud, let me know. Okay, so now that we have that, it's not powered currently, so we need to go ahead and do that. So let's run a power line directly to it for now. Ooh, we lost 50 more students. That's no good. But we're going to get the attractiveness up. That's one of the keys here. So if we go down here, we can go over to the university. I'm going to slow time down a little bit. Get some pathways here. So school path with decorations. And we can come right out of, let's come right out of here. So right off of this pathway that's built in around it. And we're going to have this kind of go along the main road here. Just like so. So then I'll be able to make the campuses link up with walking paths. And I think I can connect this into the main road if I go ahead. And let's go back to education. Select this straight and connect this. Ooh, I don't think I can actually. That's fine. What we'll do is we'll have this connect up to this building right here, University Groundkeeping. So let's move this over here, put this right there. So now the University Groundkeepers will be over there. My friend is recording a Minecraft video. I coded a mod for it. Nice! I hope you all have, well, I hope you have fun doing that. Y'all have a good one. Okay, so this is all connected up now, and what we're going to do is put the School of Law. We're going to have a path that goes back behind here. We'll probably link it into this guy right here. So we'll have it go out diagonally, and let's get some curves so it all looks good. So a good 90, kind of a 90-degree angle. Doesn't need to be perfect quite yet. And then we're going to go straight out, and then this is where the School of Law is going to be, which is this giant building here. So let's go ahead, grab this, move it, and put it along this pathway. There we go. I don't like how we had to dig it down, but that's fine. Dun, dun, dun. We are looking good. Well, looking a lot better than we were. We're still in the positive, but we are losing money. So what we can do is we have a good even demand for just about everything. So first things first, I'm going to go through here and kind of destroy some of these buildings. Looks like we don't have enough workers. This was never cleaned up. So let's go ahead and clean all this up. And what is exactly the issue here? What's going on? So we have a lot of not enough buyers, so we just need to make more residential area. So what we're going to do is, I don't really want to build too much residential right here because I'm going to have this freeway cut through, but I can make some high density residential right here because I do not believe that that's going to interfere with this. So now those can be built. And what I'll do too is unfortunately kick all these people out of their homes so we can build up some high density residential over here. Don't mean to kick people out of their homes, but you gotta do what you gotta do to keep a city running. Traffic's not looking too bad either. That's one thing, I was having some major traffic issues a while ago. Alright. So we are in the red, so we need to make sure those residentials get built. And let's check to make sure everybody is happy. So let's check the crime rate. Crime rate is very low. Hazard is moderately low. So one thing that we could do real quick is go ahead and put some of these fire towers. So that will alert the fire crews to anybody that, or any fires that are approaching. So we'll go ahead and go like that, and then definitely over here we're going to want some. And it looks like they're lacking water, so they are. So let's go ahead and go like that. There we go. And go ahead and what we're going to do actually is get this student dorm and move it over here so the power gets connected. So relocate building. We're going to put the dormitorium right here next to this law school building, and get this building right here, this club, and put this right on the other side like that. And that should get the power connected, at least to those structures. So now let's go ahead and go like that, and that, there we go. And this needs some power too. So let's go ahead and connect that up. And now we need to go ahead and not be in the red for a little bit. So to do this, what we're gonna have to do is clean up our city a bit. Hello Shane, how are you doing? Nice to see you in here. So not enough buyers seems to be the main issue. They have the workers, but there aren't enough buyers. And like I said, I'm pretty new to this game, so I'm assuming that means that they're going to want more residential. And what we're going to do to fix that is build a residential area right here. So this is a one-way. And does it connect up to another one-way? No, it doesn't. We're going to go ahead and build residential right here, though. We're gonna get the larger road with trees, just because it's beautiful, and we're gonna kind of have this follow the curvature of this freeway here. So let's go out to about here, a little more than that. So let's go ahead and go out to about here, and then have the curvature go out so it kind of follows, and then we'll do a straight line to here, and then have it curve back over, so right about there. And I'm pretty sure, is this whole thing a one-way? Yeah, it is. So people, this intersection is going to get too busy, so we're not going to go too crazy. We can also have them come in through here as like a special on-ramp, but actually let's just go ahead and go in with it, and we could do edits later. I have not tried out pipe wire with that. A lunar city. Oh, linear city. Yeah, I probably should. My skill level in this game is pretty minimal. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and just do the basic roads. Have these cut in just like that. So we could go ahead and dense up our residential areas. This will be part of it. And let's go like this, and we'll have a little cutoff right here just to dense it up a little bit. And that does not look good, but it's going to have to work for now. So let's go ahead and we'll save this middle section for this high density commercial. So we'll go ahead and add that, and then we'll go with residential. And I'm just going to add this for now, just so I could kind of judge how this affects the traffic. I'm not going to completely fill out all the zoning. We'll see how that works. And we're going to need to make sure this area has water. So we'll just go like that. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to be able to go back to our university here. We can see our money is starting to turn around. We were in the negative there for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and clear out some of these abandoned buildings. That will help out a little bit. One thing that I actually need to do, and I'll go ahead and do it over here. I was going to wait, but we can't wait. We're going to make this an office zone that goes all the way around, because I do not think we have any office zones yet. That's an error on my part, but we'll see what that looks like. And we could always tear it down later if we need to, but this is more of a temporary fix to a much bigger problem that I'm going to be facing here later. So while that all builds up, we should start to see that improve. And this road doesn't have too much traffic until you get over here by this freeway. So I really hope that it doesn't make it too much of a problem. And one thing I'm not going to zone that quite yet. So our need is okay. So what we're going to do is go over here and improve this college a little bit more, that our money's in the positive at least. School of Law, let's go here, get our campus area info. So I got one academic works, and we really need to increase our student population. Oh, that sucks. Our little firehouse is gone. So what we're going to do that is we're gonna keep this stadium where it is, but we're gonna make the road substantially larger, and we're gonna move this study hall over here into campus. Well, into what this campus is becoming. There we go. It looks a lot better for now. We're gonna keep that football stadium there, like I said, but one thing we're gonna do is make this road a little bit better. And it's probably going to be a good idea to build a roundabout, probably right here. So I'm going to pause it so I don't irritate anybody. Alright, and I'll go ahead and destroy some of this electrical infrastructure, and I could always fix it later. So we're going to put a roundabout there, and to do this, we're going to start off with a small roundabout, just like that. I'm going to go like that, right about there, and we're going to go ahead, delete these roads, and then we're going to upgrade these. So we'll go with probably the same as this, but we'll do one way. So let's go with this right here. We'll make it pretty. Let's see if that looks too silly. Oh no, that's looking good. Okay, so we're going to delete some of this and cut it in. Delete some of this. And we're going to upgrade that. And for this, we're going to go with the larger thing like this, go ahead and upgrade it. We can't upgrade this yet because it's in the way, but we'll go ahead and move that stadium over here. And then let's go ahead and switch to the curvature so then we can connect into here. Alright, now let's go ahead. Hello from Rock Falls, hello. Let's go ahead and connect this in, and then that does look a little goofy because of the terrain, but that's okay. And then let's start over here. We'll go ahead and connect that in. There we go. Well, it looks kind of like crap, but we'll go with it. So let's go ahead and relink this up. Well, actually, let's move this first. So let's go ahead and destroy this and this. Then let's grab this, move it to right here. In reality, that would have been an incredibly expensive project. So let's link these up like that. There we go. And hit play. We should be good to go. And now what we're going to do is, since we're actually able to focus on this now, even though we have a ton of issues going on over here, let's keep building up this campus. Because hopefully before I end this stream, what are we at, 54 minutes. Before I end the stream, we might get college recognition, which would be cool. So what we're going to do, we already have that club. Let's see. We already have a study hall. So what we're going to probably want to do is build some of these. So let's go ahead and add in see if any of these fit in this area, which none of them do. American football stadium. Okay, so let's add an American football stadium. Nothing beats that. Before I do that, let's go ahead and upgrade this road, because we're going to put these stadiums right next to each other here. And then we'll bring this out and try to have it link back up into this, if that's even possible. Oh, see, it's already not looking good. We'll destroy this real quick and try to add this. So let's add this football stadium in right here. Beautiful. That was probably, yeah, that was expensive. Okay. Perfect. So now that should have increased our campus beauty. Oh yeah, it's way up there. Now our main focus needs to be on actually getting students to show up. So let's go ahead and we're going to add some residential zoning in this campus area too, just so we can kind of have some students real close, so it kind of encourages them to be in the area. So we'll do like this. We'll curve this around town like that, and then we'll link this right there. So this will be some student housing. Well, not technically student housing, but it should do the trick when it comes to adding some residential. So we'll go ahead and do a high density. And I'm not sure, some of these houses might actually show up as student housing because of the area that it's in, but we will see when the time comes. And one thing I'm going to do real quick is add another dormitorium. So that's the study hall. Supplementary buildings, no. School of Law, well, is it going to let me? Let's see, study hall, dormitorium. So let's go ahead and add another dormitorium, and let's see if we can fit it along one of these paths without destroying it, which I don't think we can, but we might. Oh yeah, let's put it right across. Let's put it right. We can put a couple of them. So let's add 1, 2, 3 of them. And hopefully those fill up a little bit, because in this one, oh, we have 0 in there too. Okay. And that's not really building up, so let's go ahead and add some parks. So that's over here. Add a dog park because we want this residential area to be moderately happy. And we need a clinic on campus. So we'll go ahead and put a clinic right here on the roundabout. And we want some campus police. So we'll do this building. And then, of course, we want a fire station. So we'll put a fire station right here. Okay, make sure that they get some power. So let's link that in and link that in. Okay, let's go super fast forward. Hopefully students start building here. See, we got some action going on. And no, I have not ever been to a MAGA rally. Where I live, it's gonna go Democrat no matter what. So even if I wanted to, I probably couldn't because I don't want to travel for something like that. So one thing we're doing here is get rid of some of these buildings that are vacant. And there's still collapsed buildings from that tsunami from when we started. Oh no. Okay, so the demand is on residential, so this should start filling in a little bit better here. And it does look like that it's going to be, ooh, they're not happy. It does look like it's going to be uneducated, educated. So we're going to put a school, a normal school within the campus university. So let's go over here. University. Let's add a public library to this. Sorry for whoever just started building those homes. And then we'll do an Institute of Creative Arts. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and expand this education sector. So where is that? Right here. And we'll push this out just like that. There we go. Beautiful. So hopefully those people get a little happier. And our money is going in the wrong direction. So we're going to need to collect some... we're going to need to figure out why all these buildings aren't doing too hot. These are the logging buildings. So maybe if I'm going to change the specialization of this area right up here. So if I go over to commercial specialties, let's add an ore industry and let's paint it right here. Oh, not campus area. No. Get rid of that. Sorry, Charlie. Is it gonna let me? So paint district, and we are going to paint the, where did it go? Sorry, I lost it here. There we go. Oh, so I'm going to have to do this like this no matter what. Oh, that campus area. Oh well. So we're going to change all this into ore producers. And we're going to do that by going over here and then clicking on it. So now it should destroy all these buildings technically and make my tax dollars go the wrong way for a minute, but that is a-okay. There we go, and we have some houses popping up over here in the campus area. Looks like there's just a football game. Look at all this. Look at all this action. There's a... Can I build parking lots? Because that's just not going to work. Look, they have like 30 parking spots for a football game. If anybody's... Like, look at all those seats. Look at all those seats they have. And then look at their parking. It's less parking than a Minute Mart. That's silly. The roundabout's probably packed. Yeah, see, everybody's trying to get back to town. Let's go. Let's check in our university here. See how it's doing. So our students are going back up, so that's good. And we're getting a little bit more in tuition fees. So, oh, it just went down there as I said that. Okay, so the campus area is at least looking a little better. We got some of that. I still cannot figure out for the life of me. Oh, I never cleaned this up. There we go. I still cannot figure out for the life of me why none of these areas are doing too well. But at least the ore producers, Steelworks, Copper Company, Mr. Uranium, and they do need educated workers, and my town does have a lot of that. So that is good. That is a-okay with me. We're going heavy into the red as far as money goes. So that's pretty good. We're going to need to figure that out. Very high demands for residential. So let's go ahead. What we're going to do to fix this residential issue, and when we go to fix this issue, it's going to cause more issues because we're going to switch this area, the Thornton district, which is a self-sustaining area, into purely the compact residential buildings like this from this. So let's go ahead and start zoning, shall we? Let's dezone. So this is absolutely going to destroy my population. Not destroy. It's not going to be very good for my population right out of the gate. Some of these smaller buildings we'll go ahead and keep, like in here, where they might not be able to build a tall one, but all the other ones we'll go ahead and get rid of. Excuse me. Okay, so all of these can go, because they can probably fit taller buildings in here. And I would build out, but I don't really want to work on that infrastructure at the moment. So we're going to go ahead, because I have plans. I really want to completely tear out my original like kind of town. That's what this is right here. You can see how janky the on and off ramp looks, and basically turn this town into a part of the freeway that wraps around to this industrial area here. So now that this has been dezoned, we're going to go ahead and rezone with some of this high density commercial structures. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And then once we have this done, that should really help out the residential need, and hopefully the amount of people that need jobs, or the businesses that need people to have jobs. But what we're going to do here is all this red is people that don't really have like access to schools. So we're gonna fix that real quick by first. Ooh, the academic year report. Oh, it went away. I'll go ahead and check that in just a sec. Destroy some of these buildings for a university, make them a little happier. Then we'll go ahead and add a high school here as well, which will help out. Ooh, we completely switched. We were in the negative there for a little bit, but now we're up 23. Oh, never mind. That was a negative trend reversal right there. So they're getting a little more educated. These people need a school. So let's go ahead and give them like a creative art institute here. Help them out. That should really make hopefully more people go to college, even though I don't really know the mechanics. So let's get my campus area info. Attractiveness is up there. We're still really lacking on the student count. So after the stream, I'm going to go and figure out kind of how that works. I definitely have a lot of work to do on this town, especially blending this in. I'm going to move this industrial area over here, and then turn all this into turn all of it into residential. You know what? Screw it. Let's just do it right now. Let's just get it out the way. Get rid of this residential. We'll get rid of all this, and then hopefully that will help the issue with them going out of business all the time. And that's going to skyrocket the demand for this when I try to do this. But you got to do what you got to do. And I'm going to have to end up moving some of these buildings, but that's okay. So I'm going to lose a lot of money for a little bit here. So you can see negative 2,000, negative 2,200. Sell scrap metal I've been saving. I'm sorry, I gotta kick all these people out. It was funny in a ad for this game. One of the residents was like, my neighbor's house just disappeared. Somebody commented because we deleted the roads behind you. And it's funny, like you want to care about what's going on, but you really don't to an extent because you gotta do what you gotta do. Granted, in real life, there's like what I'm doing right now would be a process that would take 50 years if you actually wanted to do this or more. But usually towns, at least planners, are better suited at making sure things like this do not happen. Oh yeah, K Zhang, sorry if I'm probably butchering your name. Where are you from, just out of curiosity? And here, oh, they lost power. So, okay, I need to connect power real quick before all those people get mad at me. Whoop. I'm curious, where are you from? So, hopefully that helps. Yeah, it does. Canada, nice. Yeah, I played a lot of SimCity too. I love SimCity, and that's why I like this game. It's like SimCity, but a little bit more in-depth on how it works. So let's connect this up, and those should be fine. But what we're gonna do is hopefully this pollution clears out, and we're gonna go ahead and add some high-density residential into all of these areas. So just like this. And this is probably going to absolutely ruin my traffic congestion. But we will see, we will see. And then we have a demand for storefronts. So we're going to kind of make this loop right here into a storefront. What are these buildings? Are these incinerators? Yeah, incineration plant. So what I'm going to have to do is move these up here. We got a lot of foreclosed, so that's going to be okay. So let's move this one into one of these foreclosed buildings over here, just like that. Same thing, move it to another one of the foreclosed. So let's go ahead and take this one out. There we go. And this last one, let's go ahead and move that and put it up here into one of the foreclosed. So we'll destroy one too. Why not? And hopefully traffic doesn't get too bad up there. And people are building like crazy down here, so that's good. And what we'll do is go ahead and do some high density commercial zoning over here. And I'll probably be able to get rid of some of this power stuff too. So let's just go ahead and break this connection. Hopefully it builds quick enough that it doesn't really matter that I'm just broke all that. We'll throw some office spacing over here. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I'm going to get rid of this extension pack because I just did all... You guys saw how long it took me to clean up all this. And now we got a tsunami thing coming in from the other direction. Like, it came in from way over here, and it's still about to completely destroy all of this. I'm getting rid of this extension pack. I can't do it. I just can't do it. That is no fun. Okay, let's fast forward. And hopefully some of these get built up quick enough that the power isn't a concern. Let's go out here and, well, it's going to be a concern, so I'm just going to go ahead and link this up. Boom, boom. Okay. How do you remove? I think pollution just slowly goes away. Like here I still have these plants, but yes, you can see it kind of fading because all this was polluted and it went away over time. I think. But you can see like people over here are sick because they're literally burning garbage next door. I could probably get rid of these, but if I go over here, I can see how many of them I can get rid of. So yes, yes, yes. So I had too many of those, so that's good. And that'll save me on taxes a lot. So this number should flip green. There we go. Beautiful. And then these people shouldn't be sick anymore in a little bit. Bunch of uneducated people. Disgusting. Just kidding. So we're going to go ahead and pop a, let's go with one of these the elementary schools. So they all have an education, at least a lower level education. And then we'll go ahead and add one of these nicer middle schools. So put that right there. There we go. So moving this probably ended up being a really good idea, but now all this is probably waterlogged or destroyed. We'll just wait, see all the roads are flooded. Okay. Half of those are vacant. So the industrial area of this town is not doing too good whatsoever. So we'll just hope for the best for the town in general. I really want to make sure that these people are educated. So if I go over to education, we got a lot of red, especially over here. Let's go ahead and throw in some of these cheap elementary schools. Since I'm really upgrading. Da, da, da. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Because I really want more people at this college. Because I'm going to make this university campus look really nice. 8 students. What? They probably look at this. My expenses are $17K and I'm getting $40 in tuition fees. Oh no. I really don't know. What am I doing wrong? University students in the city, 210. Oh man. Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna have to end the stream soon. I usually stream for about an hour and 30 minutes. How do I replicate mouse behavior from Windows 7? It's inaccurate. I've never ran into that issue. You should be able to go ahead and mess with like your mouse sensitivity and settings. Maybe depending on what type of laser, if you have a ball, clean it. But you probably have a laser mouse. But I've never heard of that being an issue, to be completely blunt. Citizens are sick. One thing I can conclude from this stream is this is not a game that I am that good at least yet. Because it's just, life is falling apart. I made the campus so much more beautiful, but I'm rocking at 7 students. I've lost a student since I checked. Oh. Social commentary and talk videos. I thought about it. I just don't know really what to talk about. I saw you commented on one of the videos about me adding some controversy, but I'm really not a controversial person. I'm pretty down the middle with a lot of things. I don't know. I don't know what I would really discuss. And anything I do upload that isn't directly related to Linux does a horrible when it comes to viewership. But yeah. But I do agree that just doing Linux stuff gets repetitive. Granted, with the world of Linux, you can do so many different things, and there's so much, especially producing content, there's so much stuff out there. But I really am not sure what people would be interested in. What I enjoy doing is playing with Linux. There's some major traffic issues. I like how there's 7 people. Look at this. There's 7 people that go to this university. Look at this traffic. Like, where are you all going if you're not going to the university? Oh, you're all going to football games to watch the 7 kids that they forced to do track and field. Hook it up. I love the American flag. Can you see my American flag? I've had that thing in the corner forever. Ooh, I've lost 151 students. Yeah, people are with privacy issues. There's a lot going on. I could start bringing that. I did think about doing like general tech news and things like that. I think that would be really fun. I have more viewers than students, yeah. And the whole point, look at all these people. They're all going to the track to watch the 7 kids that the entire school has. Makes no sense. Like, what are you guys here for? They're all dressed up like mascots. There's more mascots than there are students. Who is this? Guard? What do you have to guard? But yes, for the guide, check your display manager settings. It might not affect it, but make sure you're using like the latest version of OpenGL. That's one, because a lot of systems are on 2.0, which that honestly should work fine. That's probably not your issue. Yeah, here. I'm going to go ahead and in this game and just talk to chat for a little bit so I can go ahead and wrap up this stream by 7:30 my time, hopefully. So let's go ahead and save the game, even though it's a absolutely horrible city thus far. I really need to learn this game better. It's one of my favorite games, but I barely know how to play it. Okay, so let's go ahead and quit to the main menu, and then I'll jump over here to my, let's go ahead and go to my main desktop so y'all can kind of see what's going on here. Close this out. Alright. Let's see. Got a little screen flicker. Sorry about that. Are you in Cali? I am in Washington State. I'm going to minimize this real quick. I know it's working fine. But I'm in Washington State. I'm on the east side of Washington State. Yeah, that game's super fun. I absolutely love playing it. I just don't know what I'm doing. Really, I gotta learn some of the fundamentals, especially when it comes to... the main issues I have with that game is the industry zoned places not having enough buyers, even though there's no residential demand. People getting sick when they're not close to anything that would get them sick. And I really need to figure out how to get students. Alpha asks, what icon pack am I currently running? So I will show you. I could tell you too, to save some time, but we'll go ahead and just jump over here real quick. We are running the Nordic. So if I go to Appearance, go over to Icons, we are running the Nordic/Darker icon pack on Katie Plasma. Nordic is by far my favorite theme. I think it's beautiful. Perfect grays, the Nordic Darker. So like if I go over here into Dolphin, you can see everything is super clean. Everything looks good. I just like it. And I like this little thing down here too. The Nordic theme, I have a whole video going over the Nordic theme. It's absolutely wonderful. It's beautiful. If you all haven't checked it out, I uploaded a video earlier going over this, the cool retro terminal. I do suggest all of you check it out. It's super, it's pretty cool. Go LS and you can see the theming and all that. So this was the video I uploaded earlier. One thing I didn't mention in the video is if you just right click here and go over to profiles, that's a quicker way to change your theme. For example, if I go to, what was I think it's this one. I really enjoy this one. This is cool. And this terminal, That's cool you downloaded the other one I suggested. I think it was Kitty, the Kitty terminal. That's a really good one as well. This isn't one that I would suggest using for like productivity reasons. This one's more just because it's cool looking, kind of like the Hollywood app. But this, you could actually use it as a normal terminal and do everything. So like BPY top, do everything you'd expect to be able to do. So you make this a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. There we go. So then all the data can fit on it. See, it's just super cool. I love this thing. If I quit out of here, there we go. No, my legal name is not Tech Hut. It's Brandon. Brandon Hopkins is my legal name. I go by Tech Hut for branding reasons. But yeah. Okay, thanks. I'll test it later. So I am going to be concluding this stream soon. I do thank everybody who joined it. Like I said, I'm going to be testing out this device, or it's not really, it's a Samsung phone, but I'm going to be testing out this mobile operating system for about a week. And then I'm going to report back to you guys in a little bit on how it actually is using it on a daily basis. It's a privacy-focused Android fork, so to speak. I'll get more into that in the actual video that I end up putting out. Yeah, if there's anybody that wants to say anything else, ask any questions, I'll stick around here for about 5 more minutes and then wrap up the stream at 7:30 my time, which is in 5 minutes, roughly. Yeah, thank you, Mitchell, and also big thank you for being the very first super chat I've ever gotten. That was super cool. I've never gotten a super chat before, and just that. Thank you, I do appreciate that immensely. Yeah, thank you. I have a new Caden Live video that came out. If you guys are interested in video editing at all, this isn't the video, but this is the video I uploaded today. So I would suggest that if you're interested in video editing. Caden Live is the video editor that I use on a daily basis. It's great. When I was in video production in high school, about 4 or 5 years ago, I would use Adobe Premiere Pro all the time, and I like this better than Adobe Premiere Pro, so I would suggest you check that out. Another one that's coming out is Olive Video Editor. Not coming out, it's been out for a while, but it's still in the I think alpha. I think it's technically alpha, but it might be in beta stages. And that one's going to be a super cool program when it comes out. I miss high school. I don't necessarily miss high school, but I did have a lot of fun because I did a thing called Skills USA, which is like technical competitions. My thing was video production, specifically a news media. I was a floor director in like actual like state competitions and stuff, so that was really fun. I also did graphic design, so I designed like a state pin, and I designed a bulletin board of some kind, but I forget that one. It was like for my chapter at school. That was super fun. But yeah, I'm really excited. I start college this fall again. I've gotten my associate's degree and I'm moving on to my bachelor's. So if I start a new instance of this, I might be able to show y'all. Let's see. Okay, that's still working. That's good. I do not major in computer science because I am not that smart. To major in computer science, it requires much more math than I'm willing to take, and much more sciences than I'm willing to take. Math is not my strong subject. We have a class called it's Math 107, Math and Society, and it's basically the lowest level math class that's above 100 level that you can take, and that is what I took. So computer science is, at least in college, like I can do some programming, I can do things like that, but the requirements to get like a computer science degree, here I'll even go academics, colleges, science, technology. This is the school that I'm going to be going to. If I wanted a bachelor's of science in computer science, it requires me to take all of these classes, and here I have to take calculus, calculus 2, linear algebra, discrete mathematics, digital circuits, but that would be fun. Calculus 1 and calculus 2 is not something I can do. I probably could if I spent the time, but I did not take enough math classes and all that to be able to do that. So that is why it's still technically STEM, which is good, but if I do STEM degree options, I am going to be getting the geoscience. There's geology. Geoscience isn't in this list yet. It's a new thing for my college. They're just in the process of updating it. See if I go like this. Geosciences. This is what I'm going to be going for. So basically earth sciences with a focus on, if I go geography, my main focus is going to be in geographic information systems, which is still a technical degree, but it doesn't require nearly as much math, and it's focused on a subject that I'm actually interested in. So we are at 7:30. I do think, or not think, I do thank everybody for joining this live stream. I do hope you all have a beautiful day. I'll be streaming much more. I'm going to be it's going to be around this time, but it's going to be kind of sporadic because I'm trying to figure out when the most people are going to be on here, so it's better. But yeah, it's a cool major. It's mostly a geography stuff, but I might also get a certificate in wildfire science and management, and that would be a really cool thing to get into, especially in my area. It's so dry up here that we have a little bit of wildfire issues every year. So the combination of geographic information systems and wildfire management together would be pretty cool. Physics killed me in high school. Yeah, I see, like physics, no. Like I love geosciences, like geology, geographic stuff. I took human geography, was pretty cool. Those are the kinds of science classes I end up taking. Chemistry, I did chemistry for half a year in high school, and there's a reason I only did it for half a year. I did zoology for like 4 weeks, about a month, to test it out, and I ended up switching to I think it ended up being natural resources, which is kind of what I'm going to be doing in college anyways. So those STEM sciences I'm not really good with. But for anybody joining now, I do apologize. This stream will be live if you do want to watch it. I'm going to end the 4K lo-fi hip-hop beats, thus signaling the end of the stream. 18 of you, so I do hope all 18 of you have a wonderful day. Again, thank you very much to Mitchell. This is the first time I've ever seen chat revenue, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, have a beautiful day, and goodbye. And I'm ending it. I'll see y'all later. Hi, or Deepak. I'm holding down the button, so it's going to end. 3, 2,